He has been instrumental in the success in my business. One of the things is right from the beginning, he was a master of what you just saw, working the system, keeping it simple. And to share a little bit more with that about our system and the Getting Started training, our one-star ambassador, Mr. Steve Hill.
Yay! Give Tanya a hand. Because we want a video up for Terry so we can tell him what he missed. Alright, I can take this off. Alright, here we go. Get me all excited. Come on. How many of y'all want to be rich one time before you die? Okay, how many want to be rich like Kevin? Time and money is a good combination. Look at his watch, okay, before you leave. Custom made Breitling. We know that's neat, right? And it ain't bragging, it's just, you know, like he said, he's got to do irresponsible things every once in a while. And yeah, so there you go. How did he do it? I did the absolute honor of being here to kind of go through this, but I'm only going to take a second because Kevin is the master at this system that we have. How many of y'all have been out there and you talked to people and are not maybe getting the results that you thought you were going to get? Okay, fantastic. If we could help you to get better results, we can't promise you anything, but if we could help you get better results, how many of y'all would be interested in that? Yes. Okay. Follow along and follow along closely. See, here's one thing I know about Kevin and I. We came from a system. UPS is a system. Yes, Kevin and I had better ideas than UPS did. I mean, look at us. I mean, right? Come on, right? Both of us barely got out of high school, so you know we had better ideas than the corporate guys, right? I mean, that's just how we are. But here's what we know. We followed the system. We followed the system. Now, I'm going to give you exactly what happened when Kevin called me. I mean, are y'all ready for that? Okay, here's how it went. He calls me up. Ring, answer. Now, I had not talked to Kevin in probably 8 months. 8 to 10 months. It's been a while, okay? He calls me up. He said, Steve, what's going on? I said, hey, Kev, how you doing? He said, I'm doing great, man. He said, hey, do you have a quick minute? I said, yeah, what's up? He said, listen, I just found these meal replacement shakes. I lost 8 pounds in a week and a half. I'm still benching 315 for reps. I put it up 9 times today at the gym. I mean, I look at him, right? You can do that, right? He says, you have to hear about this. He says, do you have a minute? I said, no. He said, great, hold on. How many of y'all can do that? Right? You think I tell that story every night in challenge parties and people say, Steve, you're telling that same story. I know, but that's the truth and I didn't have to make it up, right? But there's a big message in there. When I'm telling that story, I want you all to hear it and then apply it, okay? Because it worked. It worked. It created, you know, a huge number for Kevin by doing that. So, told me he lost 8 pounds in a week and a half, still benching 315. Do you have a minute? I said, no. He said, great, hold on. Now, you can do that with your twin brother. You know, right? And what did he do? He 3-wayed me in to the byline. 3-wayed me into the byline. I had a guy call me yesterday. Steve, it's not working for me. I said, well, what are you doing? He said, well, I followed the Getting Started training and I'm calling people and say, here, call this number and call me back and tell me what you like. I said, where does it say that? Call them up, 3-way them into the call. He wanted to make sure that I heard the call. Okay? Then what did he do? He said, what'd you like best? What did I say? I said, Kev, I'm not doing this. He goes, I didn't ask you that. I asked you what you like best. And I said, okay, I'll play. I like that I could get it for free. He said, fantastic. Go to my website, watch the videos. I'll call you tonight at 9:30. I gotta go. I got 10 other people to call. Click. I was like, what did he just hung up on me. Okay. He texted me his website. I had it. Okay? What did I do? I went home. I watched the videos, and at 9:30, what happened? The phone rang. Who was on the phone? Because I knew he was a man of his word. He was going to do what he said he was going to do. At 9:30, my phone rang. He said, what'd you like best? He didn't say, hi, how you doing? How's the weather? He goes, what'd you like best? I said, I like the nutrition part. He said, fantastic. I'll be down Tuesday at 7. I said, Kid, you live in Jacksonville. I live in Palm City. That's 4 hours one way. He goes, I know how far it is. I used to go to the Stewart building. Yeah, I know how far it is. I'll see you Tuesday at 7. I said, you don't have to. I can be a customer. He goes, no. It ain't going down like that. I will be there Tuesday at 7. You have to try this. Talk to you later. I got to go into work. Click. Now, that's twice he hung up on me. Y'all get that? Right? I was like, either he's busy or we're going to fight because I didn't know he was hanging up on me, right? But how many of y'all can do that? Okay? You could do that. Less is more in this business. Less is more. We just had a young man from Tampa. He's done a great job. The first couple of weeks, though, Steve, it's not working for me. I said, what are you doing, Robert? He goes, well, I talked to this guy for an hour and a half. He's not getting in. Okay? And I talked to this guy for 45 minutes. I can't make anywhere with him. I said, do me a favor. When people ask you what you do, I use Kevin's line. What do you do? I said, I promote a fitness and weight loss challenge. Help people lose weight and get in shape. Really? He did this, okay? And I asked him to do this for me. I said, when you talk to people and they ask you what you do, I help them lose weight and get in shape. Help people get fit, okay? I said, Robert, here's what I want you to do. I want you to say, hold on, this explains it much better than I can. I mean, he did that. He's sitting there at a restaurant. The owner of the restaurant comes walking in. He said, hey, what do you do? He said, I promote a fitness and weight loss challenge. I help people lose weight and get in shape. Really, I could stand to lose 20 pounds. He said, well, hold on, this explains it better than I can. And what did he do? He put him on the line. Chose number 2, let him listen to Blake. Why listen to Blake? Here's why we like Blake. Because that's the one Kevin put me on. But what does Blake do? When you put him on number 2, okay, how many of you have been able to pick out somebody who's going to go build this? Kevin, you ever been able to pick somebody out and just go, as soon as I put them on the phone, I know what they're looking for. They want to go do this.
Lord knows I wish you could.
If we could, we wouldn't. Right? We'd been done a long time ago. We just pick 5 and go. But here's why I do that. When I play number 2 with Blake, it's like a buffet.
Yeah.
Right? Some people are looking for weight loss. Some people like Matt Coney are looking to build muscle. He talks about that. Some people want to save money. I mean, no, that's a good thing. Some people want the BMW. Right? Some people want to make a part-time income. Some people want to make a full-time income. Now, when you ask them what they like best, is it easier if they have multiple things to pick from or just one? I know you know where to go, right?
Yeah.
Okay? And then give them what they want. Y'all can remember that? Give them what they want. Give them what they want. Some folks they want to be customers. I had a gal call me today from Atlanta, and she said, hey, I lost your number, but I can't remember your name, but I got your number. She said, we want to be customers. We want to try this. I go, fantastic, let's get you started. What are your goals? She goes, I can stand to lose 20 pounds. Fantastic. Then you need to get on the transformation kit. Let's go to my website. I'll put you on the transformation kit. And here's what we're going to do. Get 3 or 4 people together and put them on the call, same call I gave you. Send them to your website. 3-way them into me. We'll get you a product for free. Let me know that's good. Right? Yeah. Can we do that?
Mm-hmm.
See, simple is better. Now, I'm going to ask Kev to come up because remember this. Make sure that you download this and fill this out. Because here's the reality of this. Here's the real reality of all this. If Kevin didn't have a big dream, Nick asked him the other day, we were talking, he was telling me, Nick asked him, Kevin, you in for the long haul? I said, I'm in for the long haul. You know why? Because for 15 years I dreamed about doing this. What did he say? He dreamed about doing just this. How many of y'all got some dreams that maybe you haven't fulfilled yet? Do this tonight. Before you go to bed tonight. There was a man named James. He was one of the Body by champions. I don't know if you saw the video that Blake Mallon put up. Okay? Some of you have seen it, some of you haven't. James was one of the first couple Body by champions. James just recently, I think he's 38 years old, got diagnosed with cancer, terminal. Okay? I watched a few minutes of it last night with my wife, and I thought to myself, if you only had 5 years to live, what would you do different? Write down 5 things that you want to accomplish with your life. in the next year, in the next 12 months. And here's the best thing you can do. Invest in other people. Right? Because you've got to have 6 to carry your weight. When it's all done, right? But invest in other people and dream big. Dream big. I am so proud of this guy because he talked about a great day for him. I'm telling you, one of the greatest days of my life was going in there and picking him up at UPS for the last time.
Wow.
How many know that is a good feeling?
Right.
So, dream big, okay? Think big, never quit. Kevin, I'm going to have you come up and finish with everybody.
On the dad's side.
I told him he got the brains and the muscles, I got the good looks.
Thank you, Steve. Steve covered it all, really, guys. But I like to talk a little bit about. See, when you leave here, it's exciting now. You're excited. You're motivated. You really want to go get this thing done. And wow, you see it. You know, I'm going to get qualified for my car. I'm going Ambassador. I'm going to retire. I'm going to get one of those checks. But tomorrow, you walk outside of the house, you head to work, and your coworkers look at you cockeyed and funny, or the guy in the Walmart line looks at you like, "What are you looking at me for? Don't say anything to me." That's when the rubber hits the road, and that's when, you know, the repetition of doing this over and over and over and over again will start to show up, you know, in the results. You can't go out and do this once or twice and slap home runs. Okay? Now, some of you, bless your heart, may do that. All right? And you got to go home and get on your knees and say, "Thank you, Jesus." Because ultimately what we do is we go out and share this every night. Not because each person has an executive system stamped on their forehead. That's not why we do this. Ultimately, you do this looking for the one person that's going to go out and put 10,000 people in. All right? You're looking for the 1 or 2 people that's going to go out and put 10,000 folks in. All right? So, when you get started, you have to think with the end in mind. A lot of times we get, and this is not maybe for the brand new person in here. This is for the person in here who's been in here longer than 3 months. Who's been in longer than 3 months? See, that's the majority of the crowd. All right? You got to start thinking, all right, this is where I live. I am one contact away from an explosion. What's your name again? GB. Okay. GB has about 13 employees that works with him. And he said he talked to a few of them and he made them shakes. And they've all tasted shakes and everybody likes the shakes, right? Yep. They all like the shakes. Isn't that kind of universal? It's real hard to find someone that doesn't like the shake, right? So we all know that people love the shakes. Now, here's where the rubber meets the road. What are they saying about the shakes? Do they want to start a challenge? Are they interested in promoting, right? Here's the deal. This is where you got to live. This has always been not only a volunteer army, but a numbers game. You can never say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can never say the right thing to the wrong person. Did I say that twice? It's kind of confusing. You know what I'm saying. But here's the deal. You got to go share this. That's why the Getting Started training says 25 more market names. You put 25 people that love and trust you down on that paper. And you physically pick up the telephone like I did with Steve. And you call them up and you have that conversation that it teaches in the Getting Started training. Now, that is so that you can go direct here and make your initial investment back. Here's the deal, guys, and this is just real talk here. And don't put this on the internet if y'all will, all right? This is just for y'all, okay? But that's just the beginning, all right? The Getting Started training is just to get you out of the blocks and help you recoup your initial investment. Some of you may go RD off that. But here's the real fact, the real hard truth. You're going to go ambassador outside of your warm market, okay? You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone and go meet some people. All right? Thankfully, we have the #1 health and weight loss platform in the country today. Thankfully, we've got figures like Lindsay Messina, who won just now, last weekend, the WBFF Bikini Pro Champ of the World, right? I mean, I'm walking through Publix the other day at the checkout. She's on the cover of Oxygen right now. It's in the trunk of my car. And so I text her, I'm like, the guy at the checkout, little kid at the checkout, I'm walking through, me and my boys, and I said, man, look, there's Lindsay. And I'm not talking to him, I'm talking to her. I mean, my boys. And they're like, oh yeah, that's the lady on our magazine. So he's like, you know her? And you can tell he's looking like, yeah, right, you don't know her. But my point is that we've got people, obviously we know that this is the best program out there. You don't have folks of her caliber, you know, of some of the professional athletes that are joining the program, of their caliber putting their stamp on this program and it not be a good program, okay? Secondly, you do not go from a $16 million company to an $80+ million company a month inside of 28 months having a good idea. You've got to have a system in place that is working. So, we know we got the best health and weight loss program in the country. You marry that with the #1 fastest growing home-based business, #1 fastest growing company in direct selling, you got the perfect storm. Now, the ball is in our court. See, once you know all of that, we know we've got the best thing. You know that 7 out of 10 Americans, and see, a lot of times we've heard this, but until you really get this, the confidence that you share this with, okay, is where probably some of you lose it. Because if you sidestep up to your buddies, they're going to eat your lunch. Why? Because most people are negatively geared. They've never seen anything outside of what they normally, you know how it is. You just go to work and you come home and you do your business or whatever that is, and you've never really seen anybody do this, okay? So what you have to do, you have to become, if you want more, you got to get better. This is for the person who's been here 3 months or more. You got to get better. You got to make a decision to get better now, okay? And hurry. We ain't got another year. We got to go now. Out of 180,000 people a month, how long do you think you got before all your buddies are contacting about this? Not long, okay? So in that, here's the deal. How do you get better? First of all, you got to work on you, all right? Some of you need to start reading some books. Some self-help books that tell you that you can do it, that uplift you. You need to start spending more time around your support team, okay? Because these are the people that are encouraging you, that are letting you know that you can go do it, right? All right, every time I talk to Steve Hill, I'm encouraged. He don't know that, but sometimes, we fuss and fight, but I get off the phone going, man, that guy. Anyway, that was an inside joke. But, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. How do you get better? It's called practice. You got to go do this over and over and over and over again. I'd be willing to bet I could take anybody in this room, okay, that has contacted, say, 25 people over the last couple of weeks, all right? And I'd be willing to bet, or however long it took you to talk to those 25 people, I bet you if you took it and you condensed it into about a week's time period, your numbers would get better and your results would get better. Because, see, you can't go do the 25 warm market list. What is our training? 7 days to director, right? So you should go through those 25 names how fast? Obviously in less than 7 days. But some of us, we go out and we talk to 8 people this week. And we think that we've done a getting started training. I called 80 people, guys, in 2 days. 80 people in 2 days. Did I get a bunch of no's? Yeah. Because people really did not understand. It wasn't about the opportunity. If they really understood that we had the #1 health and weight loss platform, we had the fastest growing company in direct selling, then they would have been asking more intelligent questions. It was just a buddy of theirs, all of us, calling them about an idea. Maybe they were busy at the time, whatever was going on in their life. Here's the deal. You're looking for the folks that are looking right now. It may not be your time right this minute, but you know what? I'm going to offer it to you now. If you don't see it, it's okay. Guess what? It's his time right now. But if I let that throw me out of the saddle, was it BJ? GB. Oh, I got those initials back there. GB. My brother's name BJ. GB, maybe it's not GB's time right now, right? But we've got to go out and continue to offer this. Everywhere I go, guys, I'm telling you, I've been doing this for 2 years and 4 months. Everywhere I go, I ask the question, have you heard of the challenge? Some of y'all need to be branded. I see some of y'all are branded with, Visalis or Bodyguard Violon, right? Everywhere I go, I'm branded. 80% of the time I'm branded, even in the gym. Got my body by body shorts on, right? I got on something that says body by body. Because it's real easy now to ask the question, have you heard of the challenge? I don't ask about BMWs. I don't ask about making money. I promote the challenge, okay? It all starts with the challenge. And it helps if you have a 90-day challenge. Right now, I'm about to get excited in here. Here's the deal. I am so excited right now. And you know why? Because my 90-day challenge is to run a 10.9 or better, or a sub-11 second 100 meter, okay? Everywhere I go, guess what I'm talking about? My 90-day challenge. Do you know how easy of a conversation that is? Coming out of the Olympics? Every one of you watched some Olympic event. Okay, who you are, what you do? Right? Everybody's doing this. Y'all can see y'all. Guys, it is all about the challenge. If you keep it about the challenge and not about a business opportunity, people are busy today. We think that we don't have time to go out and make money because it takes time. But we all can work on something over the next 90 days about our physical presence, right? Or our physical well-being. So, it should be about the challenge in your initial contact. Have you heard of the challenge? No, what is that? It's the #1 health and weight loss platform in the country. The Body by Body Challenge. We could not say that 2 years ago when I called you. It was just an idea that you could drink a milkshake instead of eating, lose some weight. And a few folks had done that. So we were like, man, it's working. Steve lost 12 pounds. Yeah, Steve. He was a whole company. One guy. Everybody was calling, so who's this Steve guy? You know, nobody even knew who this guy was. He lost 12 pounds. I mean, I remember when David Carino's mom got on. She lost like 24 pounds in 90 days. We marched his mama around like every part of the week. Standing right here. Right? Now Miss Evelyn has 6 ambassadors under her. Yeah, bless her heart. She's just in the way. Miss Evelyn's like, hey, I feel great. And I don't know, but they keep sending me these checks, right? But here's the deal. What was I going with? I'm sorry. Have you heard of the challenge, right? Have you heard of the challenge? Have you heard of the challenge? Now, like I said earlier, you have to have something to say and something to give. Something to say and something to give, or something to share, right? If you don't have those, that's where you kind of get a little nervous, and it's okay to be nervous when you go out there. I get nervous every time I go out, not every time, but every time I'm about to share, I get a little bit concerned, a little bit nervous about what this person is going to say, but I always think back to my what? My why. I don't want to go back to working. Or back then, it was, I want to get out of this job, right? So I would ask the question, have you heard of the challenge? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say the what? Or no, what is that? You got to have something to say. What do you say? It's the #1 health and weight loss platform in the country. The Body by Body Challenge. What do we do? A lot of times they'll look at me, they'll say, well, oh, you're a personal trainer? No, sure not. Not a gym owner either, right? Well, what do you guys do? We help people to lose weight and get in shape. How do you do it? We give them a meal plan, centered around a milkshake that tastes good. It's affordable and it works. And oh yeah, GB, you got to try it. Now, when I say that to GB, he's got to now say something back to me. Because if I don't say that, you've got to try it, GB, then he can just say, you know what? Great, Kev. I'm excited for you guys. Sounds like you got a really cool program and you're doing great. Go get them. Wish you luck, right? But when I throw the ball into his court, man, you got to try it. You're going to flip, GB, when you taste it. Are you kidding me, buddy? You're going to slap me. This shake is so good, all right? Now, he's going to say, well, how much does it cost? What does it taste like? Where do you get it from? How long have you been on it? What kind of results have you seen? One of about 8 different questions. That's where you go into your exposures. Something to share. Something to give, right? If you do not have materials, like the Success from Home magazine, we've got a guaranteed director pack out right now. This is very important. The company did not throw this guaranteed director pack out because they wanted to make a bad investment in, giving $200 back to everybody that ordered the guaranteed director pack. They put this in place because this works. With this magazine and a taster pack together, you've got a home run. You marry the weight loss and the fitness aspect of the product, the shakes, and what the results that have been, that we've been able to achieve as a community, to the #1 home-based business and fastest growing company in direct selling, and you send them home with both. Look, take it home, GB. You're going to love this stuff. Make you a shake. Show them how to make a shake. If you can, one of the most effective things you can do is go make a shake with that person. All right? You know, a lot of times if I'm out and it's someone I know, I'm going to find out a way. I don't do a lot of talking, y'all. My number one thing is to put shake mix in them. Okay? Yeah, I listen to some of my new folks a lot in town and I go, wow. I just sit there going, wow, you're having this great conversation. And you might as well stop talking. Because it don't matter until you put the shake mix in them. If you're standing there in a house and you ain't drinking a shake, what are you talking about? 90% of what we do is the shake mix, okay? The company didn't get on the front of Success magazine because we had a great vitamin pack. Even though the vitamin pack is awesome. It's because of the shake mix. So putting the shake mix in them is the most effective thing you can do. So your job should be what? Your job should be to find out how you can get into their home and make them a shake. Not, did I say how to invite them to a party?
No.
I didn't say that, did I? This is good, y'all. Listen to this. If you did nothing for the next week, but take 10 individuals and call them up and say, hey, are you going to be home tomorrow at 7? Yep, I'm going to be home. GB, what's up? Hey, I'm going to swing by. Got something I want to drop off. Got something you need to try. You're going to love it. I'll see you at 7 tomorrow. Great. Did you invite GB out to a party? No. GB's busy. You're busy. All right, GB, I'm only going to have a minute. All right, because I got somewhere else to be, but I'm going to swing by about 7 o'clock. I've only got about 10 minutes. You got to see this. I'll see you at 7. Did I even tell them what I was doing? No. I'm telling you, try this with 10 buddies. 10 people that know you. 10 people that trust you just a little bit. Okay? And go make them a shake. You ring the doorbell, you come in, and you go straight to the kitchen. All right? And I'm serious. You show them this challenge magazine. Hey, have you ever heard of the challenge? As you walking in to the kitchen, right? I've only got a second. Now, I used to tell people to leave their car running, but you can't do that in some neighborhoods. You come back out, now the whole car is going, right? That's why I say BMW is going up the road without you in it, right? But you get in there and you make them a shake, and you say, look, this is the #1 health and weight loss platform in the country. The company's putting 150+ thousand people a month on the program. Tons of celebrity athletes are joining. You know, all kind of folks that are just seeing tremendous results. I wanted to share this with you because it is that important. And then you share a little bit of your testimony, and then you leave them a magazine, the success or the challenge, if you got both. You leave them an extra sample of shake, okay, in the taster pack, and you get out of there. You say, hey, I want you to check out my website because it's going to explain a lot more about who we are and what we do. There's a video queued on the website, 6 minutes long, in and out. Check out the video. I've got to run because I told you I only had a minute. I'll holler at you tomorrow. Keep your word on that too. Do not stay for an hour when you told them you'd be there a minute. You know why? When you leave, I don't care how excited they got. The only thing they remember is how long you stayed. Tomorrow at work when they're tired. Or when dinner's late now because you just came by kind of unannounced. Tomorrow all they remember is, you know what? I want to go share this with all my buddies, but you know what? I don't have an hour to go drop in at every house. But if you do it in 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes max, I'm telling you, you could create, can you imagine what kind of team we could create if we just taught our folks to go see 10 people in their first month? I'm telling you, get in your car and you take the party to them. That's for the person that's saying, well, I ain't got nobody to come to the party with me. I don't know why nobody ain't you up. Take the party to them. I passed a bunch of houses on the way here. And they're all home right now. Aren't they?
Long distance?
Long distance. A little bit different. You're not going to get in your car and drive to Winnipeg. All right? But long distance, a little bit different. Maybe you're going to send them a taster pack. Maybe you're going to send them to the website, right? A little bit different long distance. Three-way call with the support team. One thing I want to add on that. Three-way calls are very important, very effective. You've got to start selling the sizzle of the success that your support team has seen. It's not necessarily about you. Hey, this is what's going on in the company. These are the results that we're seeing. Here's what is happening within the community, and you've got to meet my buddy, Tanya, or you've got to meet my buddy Arne. You got to hear his story, right? And you get Arne on the phone so that he can tell a 2-minute story, 3-minute story, send them to the website. Then we try to get them out to a party in the local market. If there is not a party in the local market, great. Tag GB, you're it. You're the only one in Seattle, Washington doing this. Do you think you could go find a couple of folks in Seattle that want to drop a pound or two and maybe, just maybe, drive that new 550 with the M Sport out there? Come on. Come on now, that's real talk. I mean, do you think you could find a few, if you put it that way, right? How many guys would love to drive a 550 M Sport? Right? I mean, oh yeah, that you don't have a payment on. And the company is paying for it. I mean, really? You're riding around town with nothing to do, and this is your company car. I'm sorry. Oh yeah. And these are in the back seat. And you're in Success Magazine. And people ask you what you do, and you just laugh and you say, hey, just turn to that page. Really? I mean, here's the deal, y'all. I'm having fun, but here's the deal. For the first time, that person has a shot at doing what you do. See, I used to deliver to folks' houses, and I'd pull up to these $3 million homes, and I'd ask them every time, what do you do? Are you kidding me? You know, I'm just a little UBS guy trying real hard. And 99 times out of 1,000, I had no shot at doing what they did. No shot. It was sewn up. No shot. Not even a remote chance. But for the first time, this guy rolls up in this car, and he's got those checks in the back seat. And any person in this room who makes a quality decision to go out and do it can have the same lifestyle. We've proven it. We've proved it. Because when Kyle Passetti came to our house, we were still those people that were looking going, man, what did you do to get that, right? And a year and a half later, we stepped right into his shoes with an even better income than he had when I met him. So the playing field is level. There are no more excuses. The ball is in your court. It's up to you now. Don't worry about the naysayers. You're going to get no's when you leave here tomorrow. It's okay. It's a part of it. You're looking for 3, 4, 5 good ones. Did I tell you 3 of them get you this check? Really? 3 good ones get you that check? Oh yeah, a $30,000 to $40,000 a month income? I mean, come on guys, is that not ridiculous?
Yes.
I know Benji Nix can appreciate that. All right, I'm done. Any questions? Real quick. Questions? I know there's got to be one question. Or 6. 1 or 6. 1 or 6.
Question, I have one. For those people that you've already approached and they've already given you the no, how do you go back and revisit and do that again? I've had 50 people that said, yeah, I love it, and you hear nothing back from them.
Okay, let me ask you this. Good question. How did you hit them? Did you hit them over the telephone?
Several different. It was either through Facebook, through email, telephone, several different
Great.
friends in person.
Okay, I got a couple things on that. Did y'all hear the question? If I call them already, I've already touched this person about the program, how do I go back, and go at them again, right? A couple of different things. Have you done what I said earlier? Get in your car and go physically ring the doorbell, make them a shave?
Some of those cases. Yeah.
Some of those cases, okay? All right, the ones that you have not done that with, start there, okay? Second, have you heard of the new Challenge 3.0? We've rebranded. Is Vibe a new company now today than it was 3 months ago? It's a completely... I was with Siren from the American Gladiator. She's right here in the magazine. She used to be on that show. And I was with her in Detroit, and she was right there. And she says, Kev, when I joined the company a couple, 3, 4 years ago, she says, I was excited about the opportunity, but the branding, she's like a marketing specialist and whatever, and used to being around Hollywood and seeing really nice whatever stuff. And she says, well, I was a little concerned about their marketing and, all of it. And she says, now, whoa, I know that this is the right company for me because they revamped everything. They hired the best, marketing minds in the industry. And now we've got the best platform to go out and share it. And a completely new opportunity. So you've got to go out and say, hey, you haven't seen the new Challenge 3.0. You've got to see all of the new developments. You've got to experience what this is all about. I'm coming to make a shake. You've got to see this thing. I'll be by tomorrow night at 7. One other thing, too. The people that you've talked to, I'd be almost willing to bet you haven't 3-wayed them into your support team. Notice I'm saying the same stuff here, guys. Go see them, take the party to them, three-way call with the support team. Okay? Now, you've done that. You've done both of those, right? You went and saw them, and when you got there, you put them on the phone with your support team. And they're still not ready. Guess what? They ain't ready. Next. See, this is, again, volunteer army, guys. Numbers game. You're just looking for the needles in the haystack. But when you find them, the needles pay really, 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 really well. It's worth turning them over until you can find those 3 or 4 needles. And let me tell you guys, with the results we're seeing today, you shouldn't have to go through 25 people before you find a couple of folks that are ready to go. If you are, you're doing something a little bit wrong. So get with someone that is an RD or above and say, hey, I want you to sit down with me for an hour and make some calls. I want you to kind of take me by the hand and kind of help me get going there. Does that kind of help a little bit more?
Absolutely.
Steve,
Leave the door open for them. Here's what I always tell people. I always say, hey, listen, I'll tell you what, I'll catch up with you in a month or so.
yeah,
Because 1, 3, 6, 9 months down the road, you don't know what's going to happen to them. They may have to build Visalis for the finances. Or
I get
maybe
calls
for
all
their
the
health.
time.
It happens all the
Yep,
time.
I get calls right now. People were doing great 8 months ago.
Yep.
Not today.
And if you slam the door on them and tell them, hey, look, man, you stink. I ain't never talking to you
Yep.
again. Click, and you hang up, you close the door.
Yep.
But if you tell them, hey, you know what? That's cool. I'll tell you what. I'll catch up with you in a month, let you know how I'm doing, all right? And what do they say? Oh, yeah, I'd love to know. Click.
Planting, watering, or harvesting is what we do. A lot of times you're planting that initial seed. Sometimes you're going to come back and water it for someone that planted the initial seed. And then, hopefully, sometimes you're going to be the one to harvest maybe the seed that was planted by someone else, and then maybe even watered by someone else that drove by on a BMW, or maybe they saw someone that got, a cool transformation or whatever, right? So one of the 3 is what you're doing all the time. And that's how you have to kind of look at it. A no isn't always a no forever. It's just a no right now. You got to remember, guys, I turned this down twice. Twice. Tim Kirkland, the guy on the video. I turned it down. I told Tim, men drink protein. Right, Matt? Don't we drink protein? Because we need muscle, right? Yeah. Well, I thought I knew it all because I was a gym guy and Tim was the skinniest guy I knew. So I'm thinking, what are you calling me talking about a protein shake for? You ain't never been to the gym. Get off this phone, right? I know, yeah, those BMWs don't work, right? I mean, they're going to take it from all y'all and put y'all in jail, right? Because nobody had them back then. He called me talking about a BMW that didn't exist. Had a milkshake that was supposed to help you make add lean muscle and lose weight. What are you doing?